Okay, we're going to talk now about the orangutan, a threatened species. And I'm going to discuss this issue with my wife, Veronica Morris, who is a campaigner for wildlife. She's campaigned on the issue of badgers here in Britain. She's campaigned on the issue of the rainforests, and indeed she's campaigned on the issue of plastics in the ocean. But we're going to talk about the orangutan, a native of Borneo and Sumatra. Veronica.
Yes, hello. Yes, I'm very concerned about the orangutan because its habitat is all being destroyed by these huge palm oil plantations which are going on through Sumatra. And the name of the orangutan is
it's the human of the forest, isn't it, in Malay? But I mean, it's not a Malaysian animal, although the Malay language is obviously very much a feature of Indonesia as well. But it's Borneo and Sumatra, let's be clear, where these palm oil plantations are coming up. You actually went to Sumatra, didn't you?
Yes, I did. I was lucky enough to go there. I was sort of hitchhiking around Near East and found those wonderful creatures and saw them in Sumatra, and it was lovely to see them. And they're now destroying this wonderful plantations in the rainforest, and it's just awful. I wake up at night thinking about this orangutan bashing away at the machines as they were clearing the pathway through to the orangutans. And this is where the palm oil is manufactured, and in those sort of plantations of palm oil. And this is where the orangutan's habitat is being destroyed because they're clearing the forest all the way around them. More and more forest is being hacked down, and this orangutan was beating away, trying to stop the loggers or the people cutting down their habitat. And this is all the area that they have. It's getting smaller and smaller area, and as we say, this orangutan is desperately trying to stop this machine from destroying its lovely vegetation and if they destroy all its vegetation, it's got nowhere to go and nowhere can actually produce the food that for themselves.
Okay, so then, therefore, let's just talk a bit more about this animal. I mean, that's Veronica's nightmare, is that they're losing their habitat, and it's not only a nightmare, but it's a reality because the palm oil plantations are moving in. Now, these creatures have a huge arm span, 2 meters, 6 foot. You know what they look like. They're ginger-haired. They spend most of their time in trees. They eat fruit and leaves and nuts and bark and insects. But the point is that they are being threatened. There is a minor issue with regard to poaching. Minor, it's not minor, it's huge. But we'll just talk about that briefly. Veronica? Yeah, well, I'm just talking about the fact that the orangutan is being poached, mostly through Thailand, to China, no?
That's right. I was very lucky enough to go travelling as a student and was able to get over to Medan in Sumatra and saw these wonderful creatures, and you're in such a state that these lovely creatures and the last of their habitat is being pulled down around their ears, and it's really, really sad that these creatures have lived so long in this part of the world, and now the president of Indonesia is actually cutting down and planting trees and planting palm oil and things like that, which we use every day in our lives. One must be careful that you don't pick up anything that's got palm oil in it. And a lot of things have this palm oil in them, even washing powder and things like that, which we could do without palm oil and our washing powders and things like that. Everybody please think about these lovely creatures. They're being ruined. And in fact, I'm not sure how many there are left in the wild, but they're getting smaller and smaller little areas that are because they haven't got enough food. Their food's being poached from them, everything like that.
Great. So we've got to do something now. Just to be clear again, if you are going to vote with your feet, so to speak, or at least with your pockets, when you see, if you look at ingredients of a product, if it says modified palm oil, then that's what we're talking about, the palm oil that's coming from cleared rainforest. As a general rule, that is. I mean, it is manufactured in other places. There's palm oil from Malaysia and so on. But the major exporter of palm oil is Indonesia, and the main place it comes from is cleared rainforest. It is, as Veronica said, in washing powder, also in soap, also in mayonnaise, also in cooking oil. So it would say vegetable oil, and then if you're in the European Union, after the word vegetable oil, it would say modified palm oil. You can find it in many products actually, but let's just concentrate on those four. There are four of the big ones, and so when you purchase soap, when you purchase washing powder, when you purchase mayonnaise or cooking oil, look out for modified palm oil and try and buy a product that does not include modified palm oil, and that would be a great blessing, and you might do some good just by doing that. You have the power to make a difference on this issue.
And also you can adopt a orangutan, because it says somewhere you can adopt orangutan. And Judi Dench, in fact, has adopted 3 orangutans, and she's got them, in fact, at home, would you believe? But no, I think she keeps them in the forest back in Sumatra. Anyway, you can actually make sure that you adopt orangutan and look after one. Anyway, try desperately to make sure that these creatures have got somewhere to live, because the places they live, they're getting smaller and smaller places. And I was very lucky to be able to travel to Sumatra, and I found that really fascinating place, and it's really interesting. And I had no idea they were like this, because I'm talking about 40 years ago, and things have changed in this last 40 years, and you think, oh dear me, why didn't we do something then? You know, we could have started the maintaining this forest then, but now it's getting it's not, I just hope it's not going to be too late for the orangutan. So all I'd say, please try and help these wonderful creatures. There we are.
Yes, so that's it, and that's really what we wanted to say. In conclusion, I mean, you're being asked to also care for the South American rainforest, where we have concerns about beef production and soya production and rainforest cleared there. But here it is the Borneo and Sumatran rainforest being cleared for palm oil. And be aware, I mean, these rainforests are the lungs of the world. They are what produce our oxygen, and we need them. And them being cleared is not helpful for any of us. So it's an international issue. It can't be a merely national, local issue. It's an international issue. The whole world in this era of climate change depends on the rainforest. The orangutan depends on the rainforest, but so do we. So let's hope for a more sustainable future and a better future. Thank you.